The cope around the Minecraft trailer has been absolutely crazy. When we talked about this the first time around, I already admitted that this movie's going to make a lot of money, okay? I'm not somebody who has played Minecraft. I bought a copy way back in the cut just after it left beta and went to full release, but I have spent a couple of minutes probably in a menu, but outside of that, not spent any time. But it is still, whenever you're looking at any specific playtime tracker, Minecraft is all the way up on Xbox, on PS5, hell, probably even over there on Switch. It is one of the most popular games of all time. It is a household name, and if it's going to be getting a Hollywood adaptation, a big budget, star-filled silver screen release, and this is the best that you can do, there's some disconnect going on here. And so, in the subsequent days that this has come out, a lot of people are going, doesn't look good. Really, a lot of the stuff looks off, okay? Tremendously so. And now we go to the official trailer itself, and yeah, I'm over here on the Warner Brothers, this is where the trailer dropped in 1.5 million dislikes to 639,000 upvotes. That's not good, okay? That's worse, just for comparison's sake, that's worse than the Snow White trailer, by the way. So the cope around this is, to be clear, this movie is for my 6-year-old child, not 40-year-old men. You're not the target demo anymore. Here's the thing, I was 6 years old once, okay? What would that be, 28 years ago? Cast your minds back to 1996. What was the quality of childhood entertainment like out there? Oh, right, we were smack dab in the middle of the Disney Renaissance. Now, just because The Lion King, Aladdin, I don't think Hercules was out quite yet, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, just because those weren't made for 40-year-olds, those 40-year-old parents, they still had to take their kids to the theater. They still had to watch those children's movies that were out there. And you know what? Those are timeless classics. This right here looks like interchangeable shovelware that you wouldn't even remember the moment you left the theater. Stop saying just because shit looks bad, it's made for kids and it doesn't have to be good. Like I said before, you had the full Disney Renaissance. Those are still generally regarded as some of the best entertainment, full stop. Not even adding in Pixar by the end of the decade. Or how some people that are completely and totally brain-rotted think that Star Wars is a movie both faith-withered and intended for children. There's a reason prior to Disney's acquisition of the company, it was the biggest cinematic franchise of all time because these are multi-generational stories. And it underlines the importance of quality children's entertainment. Something that shills just don't want to engage with. So if I was Warner Brothers and I was out there, okay, I would take a look at other video game adaptations that had horrific responses to their trailers, like the old Sonic movie, which now, hell, we're on the cusp of the third Sonic movie coming out, and also, yeah, just had that Knuckles TV series. I didn't hear anything about it. Okay, I don't know if it was good, I don't know if it was bad, but that never would have happened if they would have just simply plugged their ears, went, no, we're Sonic, we can just do whatever we want, that's fine, because we have a very rabid and very sane and sensible fan base that are just going to watch everything that we want. It's not made for you, blah, 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 blah. Just because you played the games back in the day doesn't mean that this movie's made for you. No, they took the criticism to heart, and then they came back with a redesign. And with everybody and their mother looking at Minecraft movie going, yeah, Steve's a block guy. He's not a round Democrat shill. Like, what are we doing here? Nobody wants this. Just because you have Beatles music underneath a few recognizable faces and the requisite amount of boxes to be ticked doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be a good representation of Minecraft. And to be fair, okay, there are some animations that are out there. I don't know if they're copyright claimed or anything like that, but something that looks a little bit less horrifying than the mock-up next to Jack Black somehow looks less horrifying than Jack Black himself. That's being shared around at the same time, and people are overwhelmingly receptive to that because Minecraft has a style. It's not live action. It's pretty simple. But as you can see, this tweet by this Connor shill got a lot of traction. At this point in time, 74.5 million views. That's also been ratioed to hell and back, and a lot of people have based a bunch of their responses off of this, and also including Kotaku of all places. Sorry, the Minecraft movie isn't meant to be for you. Just kind of shows you that Minecraft, the movie itself, when it does come out, we're going to try to spin this into some kind of a culture war issue, but in reality, it's a unified front because you look at this. this, you take a look at the comment section, and we always know how this stuff goes. Well, let's see what Kotaku, the level heads over there, Kotaku has to say about this. As the Minecraft movie trailer broke yesterday afternoon, at least at the time of writing that article, the internet was immediately abuzz with cynicism and disappointment. Well, isn't that fair? But, oh right, these are people in the cult of toxic positivity, where if you have anything bad to say, you don't say anything at all. They live by that mantra, and also are definite graduates of the participation trophy generation. Yeah, the world simultaneously expressed one thought: who is this film even for? What almost every single one of them forgot is they're not 9-year-olds. Right. But whenever anybody that writes for Kotaku thinks about 9-year-olds, they just see potential lovers and indoctrinees. But it's weird, right? Because, okay, cool. Yeah, a Minecraft movie is supposed to be made for kids. What's the average age and what's the demographic of your average Minecraft player? 24-year-old man. Yeah, does Jack Black resonate with a 24-year-old man? Jason Momoa might. Does every bitchy woman from the DMV resonate with those same guys? Yeah, I don't really think so, but no, it's bad. And it sucks, but it's made for kids. Don't worry about that. My son, who is 9 years old, turning 10 next month. I'm sorry to hear that. Probably had to grow up with a lot of propaganda around him. Loves Minecraft as much as pretty much any other kid his age. He has Minecraft t-shirts, watches endless hours of other people playing Minecraft on YouTube, and currently mostly obsessed with the so-called parkour modes when playing the game himself. He builds elaborate castles. Yeah, don't really care what your kid has to do. This is just as pathetic as your insufferable coworker coming over with, well, back when they used to carry, the photographs of their family. Now they just tell you about their weekly visitation rights because nobody has happy families anymore. This morning when he was having breakfast, I showed him the Minecraft movie trailer. I did this because I told sneery old Zach and Ethan in Kotaku Slack that I would. Yo, what is this Dear Diary ass shit? An Infiniminer clone appeared on radars. Oh, okay. In 2009. Like, what happened there? Didn't even finish your story. It was a game for adults. It's mostly because, sort of secret alpha project passed around between friends. Yeah, that's what Notch did, and then he turned it into a multi-billion-dollar project that he could sell to Microsoft. Like, okay, yeah, it was developed as a building simulator for adults, and it is still played by adults, but because kids like it, your movie can be bad. Makes sense. Yeah, but even when the colossal sale was 10 years ago, for 10 years, Minecraft has been one of the top grossing media franchises. Doesn't that immediately, like, we're talking about Kotaku authors, right? So there's obviously going to be some disconnect. They're going to be slapped with a touch of the tism more than the general population. And wouldn't you think that the people who were playing Minecraft, when it was sold at its, I wouldn't say at its apex, but still, not quite even at its height, for $2.5 billion. And that was 10 years ago, and people have been playing it ever since. And you've got people who have been playing it since the beginning, since the beta testing. How do you reconcile thinking that this movie is going to be centered on people younger than the game itself? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, ask any child under 12 who their favorite, what their kid's favorite game is, and it's a coin flip if they'll say Fortnite or Minecraft. And that's why the video game industry is in the state that it's in. But anyways, Minecraft, whether you like it or not, is now a game aimed at kids. But is it played by kids? You're not going to do the research. I did, and well, I know why you didn't, because it doesn't work out in your favor. And so it should be a surprise to no one at all that the movie based on the game would be too. And kids, especially under 12s, are not perhaps as sophisticated as you might wish. But that's interesting, right? Because, you got all of this cringe that's in there. You got the autistic sheep. You got Jason Momoa looking fluffy and in one of Cyndi Lauper's stage jackets. Is that for kids? Is that what kids want? Do they like Jack Black? Because I remember growing up too, okay? And I was told that, The Phantom Menace is coming out. Star Wars Episode 1 is coming out. And you know what? It's aimed at kids. It's the most kid-friendly Star Wars that you're ever going to see, okay? Because you have young Anakin in it, okay? Jake Lloyd's going to be in it. And hey, this movie's for kids too, because Minecraft movie, well, it has a kid in it. And you know what? That didn't resonate then. It doesn't resonate now. It definitely doesn't resonate now. So for all of the Access Media journals and the games journalists, because this movie right here, it's such a wonderful confluence of both worlds. There's going to be a tremendous amount of cope moving forward. And if Warner Brothers knows what's best for them, because, oh boy, they've had quite a year, especially in a gaming sense, they know what's good for them, they'll make some changes. Because this movie doesn't come out for a few months. So if you just shelve it a little while, okay, you move from the spring and you put it into the fall, make the appropriate changes, it could be huge. As it sits right now, it's probably going to make some money, but you're leaving a lot of scratch on the table. And if you think at this point in time that the shills propping you up means anything, just once again, take a look at the landscape, the media landscape in 2024, and realize that there has been a tremendous power shift, and everybody who's pointing out the follies in this trailer ultimately wants what's best for movies, for media, for gaming, and for this godforsaken disaster on the horizon. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.